we are, back again in the big yellow chair with my pink fascinator, as lovely Louise pointed out. But my flowers look like a fascinator, very appropriate for spring racing coming. But I also want to talk about this picture, this lovely pink painting of the beautiful flower. That was actually painted by my little sister Sally, who has also got low vision. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that yeah, she can't see very well, but she can certainly paint a beautiful picture. So this thing has taken off. It's given itself a name. Find Another Way. Thank you everybody for your support, and yeah, let's just give it a go. Talking about finding another way. I mentioned last time, my sister Sal and my father, or dad, I called him a bushy dad, but he is a bushy. And I just quickly wanted to mention my brother, my amazing brother Matthew. He also has low vision and a hearing impairment, and he's 2 years younger than me, and he totally inspires me. He works with mechanics, and he's so clever, and he makes these incredible things like from scratch. He makes these metal things like cars and stuff like that using the lay and all that sort of stuff, and I think he really inspires me. And I don't know, maybe he's very shy though. I'd love to, maybe I can talk him into interviewing him one day about how he does stuff, because I think he's amazing. And also my mother, I'll mention her too. So look, I'm really, really lucky that I have a lot of family support, and I know a lot of people don't have that, and I know that, without that I wouldn't be the person I am today. So yeah, so always being encouraged, like I mentioned in my first video, my dad encouraging my sister, to find another way, and she went ahead and did that. So now Mum, early on in our diagnosis, as it's like to be referred to, we were somewhere in a town just up the street. We're sitting in a car, and we were actually watching a really good family friend of ours who had low vision, who's an older chap, and he was really struggling. He had a cane, but he was really struggling. He was going up the street and really focused on what he was doing. And Mum got, she was a little bit emotional, and she turned to me and she said these words to me, and at the time I was a bit, why are you saying that, Mum? That just doesn't make sense. But she turned to me and she said, now Melanie, whatever happens, please don't let your independence get in the way of your dignity. And I didn't really think about that for much. It was just like, oh, whatever, what does that mean? That's a bit whatever. But I understand it now. I get it now. It's basically I understand it, and the way I interpret it now is that, okay, here's a really good example. Just say I'm about to walk down the street and there's a great big hole there. I can see, I can feel that there's a hole there, and if I go at it, hammer and tongs, I'm going to fall in that hole. I'm going to fall on my face, my dress is going to go up around my ears, all that sort of stuff. But if I can just ask someone for help, just ask someone, just graciously ask for assistance, then I'm going to be able to get through that hurdle with a bit of dignity, and I can still be independent because I've made the call. I've asked somebody to help me to get around this. So that's what I'm going to focus on today, is asking for help. I find that's a really good way. But before I go on further, I have the lovely Zoe here with me as well. She's a bit like the Stig in Top Gear. She doesn't really want to be revealed. But she's going to let me know, hopefully, if we've got people popping up. I'm not sure how we're going to work out the queue system yet.
Yep. Well, as I sort of see anyone sort of coming to view or commenting, I'll just sort of say, hey. Yeah. But I'll wait for you to sort of have gaps between when you're...
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
great.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. So no one there at the moment?
We've had one person kind of come in and out, but...
Can we see who it is?
I wasn't able to see who it was. But
hello, whoever it is.
Yeah.
We'll get better at this, I promise.
Yeah, because people might just sort of come in and out as you're talking. So,
okay,
like if you're talking and someone pops up, I'll wait till you stop talking and then I'll just let you know.
Yeah, sure. Okay, sounds like a plan. I'll try and not waffle on. That's good. That's a good way to stop me from waffling on.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, asking for help. So, it's a big thing. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to actually get to that point where you accept that asking people for help is going to be a lot better. But I don't look at it as help. I look at it as assistance. So, and if you can learn how to graciously ask for assistance, I think it can go a long way towards helping you, do things that you think you can't do. Most people want to help. You're not always going to get it right. There will be times when, you do ask for help and someone's just going to look at you funny, or they're not going to ignore you totally, what have you. Don't beat yourself up if that happens. It's just like, it didn't work this time, but that's okay. So 2 examples where I find asking for help is really, really, really helpful is for assistance. Southern Cross Station. So I'm obviously talking about Melbourne, Victoria. What I know, what works for me. Again, just touching on that. What works for me. So what I talk about in these videos, they're just what works for me. It might not work for everybody, but it might give you something to think about. Southern Cross train station. So that's actually a really good place. Customer service staff. That's what you need to think about. Customer service staff are there to help. That's what they do. And the way I look at it is customer service staff often have to deal with the really crappy stuff. Like they have to deal with, people that are really annoyed and frustrated and what have you. But the way I approach asking for assistance with customer service is, again, always be gracious and respectful, and keep in mind that, people may have had to deal with some really yucky stuff, but if you can help these customer service people have a good day and make them feel like, they're doing a good job, then that's got to be a win-win for anybody, doesn't it? Southern Cross Station, I find that, if you're not sure where you're going, and this will probably work if you're a little bit anxious as well, just to look towards customer service staff. There will be always people floating around, and it might just be a matter of just saying, can you just point me in the right direction of a customer service person, and that usually works. Southern Cross have got Southern Cross Station have got a Traveller's Aid, obviously, which I've used a few times, but I actually find that dealing with the V-Line staff directly is really good. It's really quick and usually really quite helpful. They have a system called Boarding Assist, which is really handy if you're not sure what train you're catching or what platform it's going on, what have you. They can radio one of their staff and they'll actually walk you up to the train, walk you to the conductor, whoever, help you get on, help you find your seat so you're not sitting on someone's lap. That's always really handy. The other place that I find asking for assistance with the customer service people is the airport. The airport's really good. It took me a long time to realise that people are there to help, and it makes their job a lot easier if you can identify what your challenge is and explain how they can assist you, and it just makes the job easier for everybody. So checking in at the airport, again, just a matter of finding a customer service person. Sometimes that can be a little bit tricky, but I usually find that if I just stand there for long enough and look a little bit lost, someone will always say, I can help you, and then it's like, yeah, sure, if you can help me find a Virgin check-in person, that'd be awesome. And it just makes things run a lot smoother. Do we have anyone there, Zoe?
We have one person viewing currently. I'm not sure how to check who it is, but we have someone viewing at the moment.
Okay. Cool. Hello, whoever it is. I hope that whatever I'm talking about helpful or entertaining even. I have a list here, that's why I'm looking down. Okay.
Oh, we've got another person, so that's 2 people watching at the moment.
Do you know who it is?
I'm not really sure how to check until they sort of comment. I can't really
okay.
see. Yeah, so if they comment during, so if anyone wants to comment at all during the video, we can sort of see that.
Send,
as it
or send
pops
a
up.
wave, or send a
Yeah.
something. I haven't introduced the animals this week. They're floating around. I think I don't really want Bella around anyway because she tends to video bomb us. She's obsessed with the iPad. So yeah. So sorry, folks. No Bella or Luigi this week. Okay. Okay. Well, I think not much more on my notes there. So I'll chuck them away. So yeah, asking for assistance is a really good way to find another way. And I'd just like to finish with a funny little story. People who know me know that I'm full of these funny little stories. So I have a really good little one, and I didn't even ask for assistance in this circumstance, but I was waiting to catch a train, Southern Cross I think it was, and really busy. Trains have been cancelled, what have you. I'm just waiting, and the train came along, and I thought, oh yeah, that's my train. Sort of got ready to get on. Thought, oh no, there's too many people. I'll just wait for the next one. No big deal. And as I pulled back, this lovely little lady approached me. She came to my elbow, and she said, "Are you getting on that train?" I said, "Oh, I was going to." And she said, "Yes, that's okay. You come with me. I'll help you on." Oh, okay. Gosh, I'm going to argue with her. She was of Asian descent and very confident lady. Anyway, she hustled me onto the train, and she looked around and she found a young Asian boy, and she said to him, "Hey, you up, you down," to me, as in, you know, the kid has to get off the seat and the lady has to sit down. So that was a really good example of somebody just actually volunteering to assist. And you know, sometimes you might think, "Oh, I'm okay, I'll be all right," but you know what, just roll with it. You know, that's my thought anyway. So I don't think there's much more I was going to touch on today. Again, please share this, comment, and perhaps we'll have another go. If I get some suggestions from people, perhaps, and what you'd like to hear me talk about, that'd be really handy. And yeah, we'll go from there. No one's popped up, sorry?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Well, hello everybody. Thank you everybody, and until next time. Ciao.